CTV News at 5 with Hudson Mack.
Well, Victoria Police are showing off what their street crime unit's been up to, taking more than $52,000 worth of dangerous drugs off the street in a dial-a-dope sting. Vic PD sees this: 107 grams of heroin, 140 grams of soft cocaine, and 160 grams of rock cocaine. Police busted a dial-a-dope operation in the 1400 block of Fort Street after being tipped off by a tenant in a building. 2 suspects were taken into custody. Police found the drugs all packaged up and ready to sell on the street corner. A 20-year-old Victoria man and 25-year-old Vancouver man could face charges of possession for the purpose of trafficking. New rules are coming back to the province and the drinking and driving campaign starting tomorrow. Drivers will have a second chance to pass the breathalyzer test. BC's tough drinking driving laws are coming back after some tweaking after a court ruling. The rules took effect in September of 2010, but a BC Supreme Court judgment ruled that the law did not provide a proper appeal process for people who had failed the breath test at the roadside. Now, under the rewritten law, a driver can have a second test if they fail the first one, and the lower of the 2 readings will be used. Victoria's police chief says starting at midnight tonight, officers will be exercising the new law and be out in full force.
Personal responsibility is the key here. It means that you have to make a choice, and it has to be a smart choice, because if you follow the wrong path, bad things are going to happen to you, and it's going to cost you a great deal of money, and you'll simply lose your license. You know, the days of any tolerance for people to drink and drive, those days are over.
Police must also provide sworn reports on every roadside driving ban they issue and submit documents confirming the accuracy of the breathalyzers they use. Fines and penalties for impaired driving can range from $600 to more than $4,000. And if you're caught at the roadside over .08, you could lose your license and your vehicle at the time. Mothers Against Drunk Driving say having the law back will save more lives. Let's show you some inventive ideas right now that are springing up on southern Vancouver Island. There are some great minds at work here. With the capital region's high-tech sector growing, a group of college innovators is leading the way. Students at Camosun College's interurban campus are showing off some of their high-tech inventions today at the Capstone Symposium. A dozen teams are showcasing their final projects to future employers after 2.5 years of hard work. Computer system technology and electronic and engineering graduates have designed everything from robotic vehicles to assist emergency responders to LED holographic globes. One team says it invented a web server that'll help you reach your goals.
Basically, if you have some goals that you want to keep, you can provide them to the system. We'll keep track of the goals, their due dates, the sub-goals that they have. So if you want to clean your garage, clean up the oil spill and move all the boxes out of there, those are all kind of sub-goals of the major goal. And hopefully we're going to ease the pain in people's lives by making them achieve those goals.
The team says you can use that application on your iPhone or on your home computer. This, by the way, is the 28th annual Camosun Capstone Symposium. Well, speaking of Hatley Castle, there were more than 700 reasons to celebrate today as students from Royal Roads University received their diplomas. 704 students donned their caps and gowns this afternoon at the spring convocation for Royal Roads as the degrees were presented. Among the student body was a global business leader, an architect, and former university president recognized with honorary degrees. Master architect Stanley Kwok received an honorary Doctor of Laws. He was one of the developers responsible for reshaping Victoria's Inner Harbour. Royal Roads says this year's honorees will motivate the graduating class of 2012.
This is a culmination of a lot of hard work for a lot of these students, a big journey, a transformational journey, so it's an exciting day, not only for themselves, but to share with their friends and family and the people who supported them along the way on this journey.
The United Way of Greater Victoria also received this year's Chancellor's Community Recognition Award. Red tide is sweeping its way up the east coast of Vancouver Island. The Department of Fisheries has issued a red tide alert from Union Bay in the Comox Valley all the way to Northwest Bay, just south of Parksville. Shellfish should not be harvested from that region until the alert has been lifted. Red tide poisoning can affect the nervous system and in some cases cause paralysis or even death. Now to the city of Parksville, which has its first municipal rain garden. It's been installed at the Parksville Fire Hall as a new stormwater management tool. Right now, as in most communities, stormwater in Parksville runs off through drains and back into local waters and potentially brings pollutants with it. The rain garden will divert it, clean it, and then put it to better use.
New development, for example, should be keeping all water on site, not going into storm drains. Where existing storm drains are in municipalities, things like rain gardens can be a big help.
The project was paid for by several non-profit groups and the city of Parksville. The rain garden will capture and absorb the rainwater through a unique collection system near the parking lot at the fire hall.
In the case of Parksville, it has pipes and it's getting water that's coming off the parking area there. Instead of going directly into a pipe, water is held for a certain amount of time. It's not like it ponds and sits there for a long time. It gets infiltrated, and in so doing, it gets cleansed.
Now, once the water is filtered, it percolates into the ground to recharge groundwater aquifers and contributes to stream flow during dry periods as well.